Tonight, FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. It's a special prime time edition of the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see Ryan Fitzpatrick and the Washington football team taking on Daniel Jones and the New York Giants.
Now, this building holds just north of 80,000, and they have come out in very good numbers today at FedEx Field in Landover, Maryland. The enthusiasm for football here on the East Coast always in the air. These folks are ready as their guys get set to match up with the New York Giants. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we look at this Washington team as they enter play here. They come in off a loss in the season opener, which doubled as the home opener.
And when you lose that way, at home, season opener, it almost feels like two losses. So it's a big fight to get yourselves ready to go to play the next week.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Giants last week, so they're also hoping to get back in the win column.
Something's got to give in this one, right? Both teams want to start a new streak, and they both want it to be a victory. This should be a fun one.
Two clubs here, each looking to rebound from a Week 1 loss as we're underway on EA Sports. Dante Pettis now from his end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Giants ready to go to work on offense, and leading them out, their third-year quarterback from Duke, Daniel Jones.
Would you say that last week's performance by him, workmanlike in terms of numbers?
One touchdown, one pick, but obviously a loss.
Yeah, and that's the bottom line for him. All he cares about is how do we find a way to win the game. Maybe leans on a few other parts of the offense, and hopefully springs a receiver or two free.
Now Jones. That'll be taken in there by Kenny Galladay. Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So, as you said, you shrink the playbook, pick out the plays that work best for you. And you know what else you're looking for?
What's that? Who
are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Now Saquon Barkley. And that one goes for about 6 as he's taken down just shy of the 45. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know. You know better than I. He has the ability to take over a game, so what do you do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
Throwing Jones. And he will have a Giants 1st down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion. 11 yards there as they connect on the quick slant. So opening drive, 3rd down, they complete the slant to move the sticks.
And ordinarily, it's a high percentage pass when you throw it. And receivers like to run that route because it gets the ball in their hands pretty quickly. Just a couple of quick steps upfield, break towards the middle, the ball should be there, and then they can do some work afterwards.
Here's Jones on first down. And this one hauled in by Rudolph. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. That's a staple of this offense. Drag route to the tight end.
Yeah, he's unable to use his size to break off much more yardage after the catch, but still an effective gain nonetheless.
Shepard going to get a chance to run. I don't think anyone in the building fooled right there, as that one is going to blow up in their faces. They call that a loss of 6 yards. And it's third down now.
I like the idea to mix it up from time to time because, let's face it, you can't be predictable. But the execution was a little lacking on this one, right? They might want to go back to the drawing board with that call.
Seventh play of the drive, forthcoming on 3rd and 8. Looking to throw. Jones. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Greg Stroman back deep for Washington. They punted 3 times in the loss last week as he sends this one away. And good hustle here as this is going to be blown dead right at the 9-yard line. The Washington offense about ready to go to work. And at quarterback in his 17th season now in the NFL, piloting his 9th different franchise, it's Ryan Fitzpatrick.
So this is what we find out about the game plan and the trust factor, don't we? In this situation, the natural thing is take care of the ball. Run it inside. Everyone cover it. Just, get yourself some room and let your punter punt it out of there. But when you really got a QB you can trust, you might want...
He's taken down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate. They're self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. The numbers from McLaurin a week ago. 8 catches, 122 yards.
Having a nice season. Number 8 in the league in receiving yards. And not just making his team happy, but anyone who's picked him in fantasy football.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. This will be caught at Samuel. And he's got this down to the 35. Another nice gain, 16 yards there, and a first down again.
Curtis Samuel exhibited a lot of versatility for 4 years in Carolina. Now in his first year with Washington, expect this football team to try and put the ball in his hands a variety of ways.
So the drive takes him into Giants territory now, 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Off the play fake to Gibson, Fitzpatrick. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by James Bradbury. Boy, the coverage there, airtight as he comes away with the interception.
Love that observation there because they were taking a shot at the end zone, but you're right about the coverage. Absolutely tremendous. And this they could clip for a training tape. Staying with him down the field, locates the football in the air, and comes away with the interception.
So the Giants getting the football back here for their second drive. Losers in the season opener on Sunday. They get that quick turnaround 96 hours later. Here we go. They're back at it. And I've got to think, especially early in the year, that's a good thing for these guys, is it not?
It absolutely is. And we've seen it many times demonstrated over the years. Teams have a rough opening game, have to play the Thursday game. That quick turnaround allows them to go ahead and throw the other game out, focus on the new one, and typically they play much better in game two. So I would agree with you totally on that.
Now a man open down the middle of the field. And he gets this one to midfield before he's brought down. Another nice gain. That's now 30 yards between those last two plays.
Well, that was a fun one to watch right there. A nice in-breaking route and plenty of room in the middle of the field. And he was able to get behind the linebackers and grab the completion for a really good pickup.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Oh, they'll let the tight end Ingram run with it. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 47. This drive starts with 2 steps forward and now 1 back. A pair of first downs, and here a loss of yardage.
Part of their struggles last week was getting these negative plays on first and second down. That's something they have to be wary of as this game continues.
So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. From the gun, Jones. That's caught by his tight end, Evan Ingram. And he'll get it down here to the 43. A good chance this is 4-down territory if they're unable to convert. But right now looking at a 3rd and 3. Back to throw. Jones. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a first down.
And no one happier to see that than the Giants fans themselves. Saquon Barkley was used a lot his rookie year, 91 catches, which was a record for NFL rookies. That fell off to 52 in 2019. And then, of course, the injury in Week 2 at Chicago last year prevented him from reaching those heights.
Jones throwing on first down. Over the middle, he's got his tight end Ingram. They get him to the ground right on the cusp of the red zone after a pickup of 5 or 6. A gain of 6 there on first. Throwing again on second down. Jones. He targets Ingram for another grab. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Now a 1st and 10 at the 11. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Looking for his tight end Rudolph, and it's intercepted. Picked off inside the 10. And a very good return as he'll take it all the way up to the 40-yard line. Charles, not only is that an interception, it's one when you were really knocking on the door for a touchdown inside the red zone.
You're actually thinking points no matter what. At worst, you're thinking kicking a field goal and getting 3. We might look back on this in the second half and say, you remember when they didn't get points on that drive? This could cost them.
Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And he had to be pleased at the start of the last drive. The offense was moving, but certainly not pleased at the end result, an interception.
And every team we ever talk to at some point in the conversation, the coach, player, someone talks about, you know, we've got to finish. We've got to finish off drives, finish off the game. There's an example there of not finishing, doing everything right, but not getting the result that you need.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing. Hang on, it's 3rd down. On 3rd down, Fitzpatrick. He'll get this into the hands of Antonio Gibson. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. 12 yards is the pickup, and it's good for a Washington first down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
They'll run for the first time with Antonio Gibson. A gain of 3, 2nd down. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick. Throw left side complete. That's Sims. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down. They'll run with Gibson. And he's going to be taken down here still a couple yards short of the first.
But forget knowing where the first down line was. This defense created their own line of scrimmage. They won every battle up front. And a lot of times that is one-on-one. And if you win your one-on-ones enough times, your defense is going to be pretty good. They had more people to the football and snuffed out the play.
Too long for a field goal, too short to punt. That in-between range, and they'll go for it on fourth down. They'll go. It's Gibson. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the Giants are going to get the football back. The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we've got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? From the 40 now on second down. Jones to Barkley on the check down. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. 17 yards on the catch and run. It's a first down.
Another catch for him there on this drive, Brandon. And it looks like they're going to utilize him out of the backfield any way they can. And that time they pick up a first down. So now on defense, do you assign a man to him and try and cover it before he gets going?
A first down carry for Barkley. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be second down.
Brandon, 5 yards on that run. Let's get back to the huddle and make sure if you're a back, you spend time with your offensive line and give them credit. Hard to move those 300-plus pounders at the line of scrimmage, and they did for a significant chunk of yardage.
And he gets it down to the 32. First down, Giants. Jones to Ingram.
And we always say, and I absolutely believe it, Evan Ingram is a wide receiver in a tight end's frame. 63 catches last year, en route to his first Pro Bowl nomination.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10. Looking to throw. Jones. Open man right side is Ingram. I know it's an emotional game, Charles. You can't do that.
And when you get into your film sessions and you argue your case with your coaches, that's exactly what they say at the end. You just can't do it. It costs your team.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. He dumps it off to Barkley. That catch good for only a couple. On second down now, Barkley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a 10-yard gain there, and it sets him up now first and goal. Well, one unit I know you want to watch is that offensive line. If they keep clearing holes like that, it could be a long night defensively.
No doubt about it, because when they are in sync, as we're seeing so far, where that continuity is there, and you can see that they're playing off of each other while controlling the defensive front linebackers, you're exactly right. It could be a very long night for the defense because someone's going to run for some big yardage.
And he will take it off. His second touchdown on the season. And the Giants are going to take a first quarter lead. So the toss play effective, even down here near the goal line.
Yeah, and you're hoping the defense commits too many men to stop the run in the middle of the field and that your blockers can gain a little bit of an advantage. And when they do, foot race to the pylon, and this time he had the speed to win that race.
Graham Gano on for the extra point. It's up, it's good, and the Giants have a 7-0 lead. So that drives 7 plays in length, and it ends with a 3-yard scoring run. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. A couple yards deep, he'll bring it. Now a hit and a loose football. And the Giants have it. It's picked up. And he will score. Touchdown, Giants. Kadarius Toney with his first career NFL touchdown. And the Giants are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. But that's got to be so disappointing for a defense. You force the fumble, think you got a chance at a turnover, and instead, not only do you give up the football, you also give up a touchdown as well.
Yeah, you just think to yourself, you've done all the hard work, right? You forced the fumble, but when they didn't come up with it, I think they relaxed a little bit or maybe lost their focus as well, and it ended up turning out to be a touchdown against them.
Gano the extra point, and that'll make the score 14-0. And you can bet they're preaching two hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. From a yard or two deep, here comes a return. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. And the Washington offense going back to work. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense.
Looking to throw again on second down. Fitzpatrick. And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Azeez Ojulari just would not be denied. That's a loss of 7. When you're down a couple of scores like this, CD, you can't afford too many plays that go in the wrong direction like that one.
Yeah, when you take a good look at it broadly, sacks are better than giving up an interception. But where they are on the scoreboard, they've got to get rid of all of that and just create positive plays for themselves in order to have a chance.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete. The passing game not in sync here early. And now it's 4th down. And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Here comes Pettis on the return. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. So holding there on the return, and that'll back him up to start the next drive.
Yeah, that's a pretty easy call right there, partner. I think when the officials look in their manual and see the expression jersey getting pulled, that's a flag coming out every time.
Oh, felt like that move deserved more than he got there. A gain of 2. Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. Open man is Galladay. Complete.
The Giants needed and went out and got a bona fide #1 receiver in Kenny Galladay from Detroit, where he spent 4 seasons and twice went over 1,000 yards. They'll really help the young quarterback, Daniel Jones.
Now this one complete downfield on the left side. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Ron Rivera scowling down on the sideline, and he's thrown out. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide. And I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Now, here's the call. So the challenge there does not go their way. This will indeed remain a completed pass. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. And Rudolph has it, the tight end. And he'll go out of bounds after taking it a little further down inside the 40. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones looking for Pettis, but that's intercepted. Picked off at the 28, and his guys are going to get the football at the 28-yard line.
And that's now the second time he's picked off a pass here in the first half alone. Again, another great read defensively, and you just see him get in the right position to make the play and get his guys the football back.
There again is the running back as he trots onto the field. And for him, it's been pretty limited involvement down on the scoreboard. Maybe time to turn to this guy.
And you know me well. Winning games to me means starting with the running game and continuing to press the running game. Maybe you go away from him a little bit now, but the bottom line is he hasn't touched it enough to make a difference.
Well, they haven't established that running game yet. The question is, will they? Antonio Gibson, the intended target. And it's second down. Here's Fitzpatrick. Into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Picked off by Blake Martinez. And he's going to return it to the 21-yard line.
When a team's turned it over 3 times in the first half, we just look at the offense and say, guys, what are you doing? But instead, we really should be looking at the defense. They've created the takeaways. 2 interceptions, 1 caused fumble. They played awfully well swarming to the ball here in the first half.
Saquon Barkley and the Giants offense set to kick off their next drive. We're in the second quarter. They've got the lead. The lead, though, not so much because of the ground game, because of their air attack, Charles.
So what they're seeing so far is the possibility of things loosening up later in the ground game. Through the air first, maybe they have to start respecting that even more as the game goes on, and then there will be running lanes to find later.
Yeah, trying to get him more involved here on this drive, maybe. Finds his tight end Ingram. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a first down. They'll try and run for it with Barkley. And a minuscule gain of maybe a yard from the 6 to the 5. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. Jones will try and run with it. They push forward, but I don't think it's enough. He's going to be about a yard short. They've got the comfortable lead. Decision time here. Do they go for it, press their luck?
Listen, if I'm the head coach, I take my headset off. I turn to my defense and say, guess what, guys? We're going for it right here, right now. I want the knockout shot, and if it doesn't happen, you've got my back, don't you? Go get it.
And if you don't get it, the other offense, they've got a long way to go in the other direction. Godot's kick is right through. And the lead will grow. It's now 17-0. So the turnover leads to points as they add 3 there.
Yeah, what a sequence there, and a nice one for them. They forced the interception, put together a little drive, and then come away with 3 points. Nothing to it, partner. Just do it.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. The Washington offense back out there. And they come into this one off the loss over the weekend. But you say if you're going to play a Thursday night game, this is the week to do it.
It certainly is, because you get right back out there. You don't have time to dwell on things. And look, your game.
And down he goes. Fitzpatrick sacked. Give the sack to Lorenzo Carter.
And this offensive line, as we all remember, allowed 50 sacks last year, tied for the 2nd most in the NFL. They vowed new techniques, a few new players, but so far, not quite getting it done.
Second and 10. Fitzpatrick. This to McLaurin out on the left side. Washington on 3rd down. Just 1 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. Fitzpatrick going to give to Gibson. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a yard on the run there, and that's going to bring us to a 4th down.
You know, we might start getting some props here in the booth. You know, that one that says the D and then the fence that you put up next to it. How about that? They brought out the jumbo package and still couldn't move them off the line of scrimmage enough to pick up that first down.
Impressive. They were ready defensively for that jumbo set. So on 4th down, Washington going to call on Tress Way to punt it away. The speedster Dante Pettis back deep to return. Pulled in at the 24. A pretty good punt there, but also a nice return of 12 yards. And it'll be Giant football 1st and 10. So now the Giants set to take over on offense. They've got the lead here, trying to make amends for that loss last week against the Denver Broncos. They start this drive now 1st and 10. Throwing to start the drive. Jones. They'll set up the screen to Barkley. A good rally to the football keeps him to only a yard, and it's 2nd down. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, taken in by Slayton. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. On 1st down, Barkley. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. The previous run good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Jones with a handoff to Barkley. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. 5 yards is the tally on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Throw left side, taken in by Galladay. Jones to Galladay there for a Giant first. Jones now on 1st and 10. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
So many times in my career I've heard coaches talk about completions are one thing, but as long as we're there at the catch and we get guys on the ground, we can live with that. But if you're going to give up 10, 12, 15 yards after the catch, then your defense is going to be in a lot of trouble.
Inside the red zone here, they'll look to throw. And he fins him up, but now he's swallowed up and taken down. Matthew Ioannidis breaking through to get him to the ground. It's a loss of 7.
I think this defense, Charles, realizing the deficit they're facing, they're going to have to step up and make more plays like we just saw there.
Yeah, those are the type of plays that can focus the defense because, as we know, they've had their trouble so far in this one. But they just proved to themselves that they can get to us, and I expect them to continue to bring that type of pressure in order to try and turn around their fortunes.
Don't need it all back at once, but you figure they're going to need something here. 17 yards to go on 2nd down. And he's taken down after a gain of 3 as they move it from the 22 to the 19. The Giants on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 14. And it's going to be incomplete. He was able to catch it there on the right sideline, but out of Judge, and it's going to bring up 4th down. Gano's kick is good. And the lead now increases to 20-0.
So a nice kick there as they are able to add on to their lead.
And that's exactly what you're looking to do. Maneuver yourself into range. change. That way, if your drive stalls out, you're able to get something out of it, and they do so right there.
And not willing to risk another fumble. He'll sit on this one. It's a touchback. Getting set to go again as we look at the back, heading onto the field again. He's just been looking for some space. Yeah, I'm not going to pin it on him or the offensive line, but they need to get this run game going better.
Sometimes you just have to credit the defense. They came in with a plan themselves. So I think now you try and mix things up a little bit. Get the ball in the hands of some other people, find some other playmakers, but always let the defense believe that he's still a threat.
I was going to say, don't forget about him.
No, don't take him totally out of the game.
They'll contain him to just 4. Second down. Here's a give to Gibson. Not much room here as he only gets it to about the 30. Call it a gain of a yard, and it's going to bring up 3rd and 5. Now Fitzpatrick. They'll set up the screen for Gibson. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. And now time will be called here as Washington has an injured player down on the field. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Here's Tressway now as he'll kick it away for the second time. Offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game, but I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice, but at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. That's caught by Galladay. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain there of 21 yards.
And time to give some credit to the big fellas, the offensive line here, because you've got to have good protection on crossing routes because you've got to give your receiver time to work all the way across the field. That time able to scan the field, spot his receiver moving left to right, and make a good, accurate throw. Thank you, guys.
Now Jones on first down. This one is Slayton over the middle. And he's got this down to the 35. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
Good, strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Looking to throw. Jones. Jones in trouble here, and down he goes. Jonathan Allen, the former first-round pick, getting in there to bring him down. That's a step in the right direction defensively here because you're facing this sizable deficit. They're going to need more plays like that. A good sack, though. Good effort there.
And what you're hoping is, as you said, a step in the right direction, and that means it's something to build on. So you get the first one, and hopefully that can ignite them, and now they can make a few more plays and get back into this game.
The Giants going to go ahead and use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Back to throw. Jones. Throw left side, complete to Ingram. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. Now after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. We'll check on his status when we get back. An extra man in the secondary for Washington on 3rd down. Looking to throw. Jones. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff works on him, we'll step aside and be right back. his kick is right through. And that will up the score now. It's 23-zip. So they wind up turning the turnover into points as they convert there for 3.
Yeah, that was a nice job there to force the fumble. They recover, hand things over to their offense, and then the offense went down and got them 3. That alone, that's not enough to win a game, but both units able to do their jobs on these last 2 drives.
Washington going to go on offense now late in this first half. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. Over the middle, complete. That's Sims. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Throw right side, taken in by Gibson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space, and it turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
And he will find his man, Samuel. And he's going to have a first down here as they're also into field goal range at the 28. 23 yards to pick up there. Timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime. Down to a 20-point spread. Now maybe a moral victory of sorts. They're on the board here late in the first half, but this offense just hasn't looked that sharp.
Yeah, but at least they got the 3 points, right? At least have something to, quote-unquote, hang their hats on and maybe feel a little bit better about themselves as they head to the half.
So time perhaps for one final kneel down before they take this lead to the locker room. He'll take the knee, and the final couple seconds will tick by in this first half. So we come upon halftime here with the visiting Giants out on top. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, we'll get back to you guys in a moment. But first, the NFL season is in full swing. Let's show the good folks what we've got in store for us later this weekend here in Week 2. In that 1 o'clock time frame, a lot to choose from. But let's highlight the game in Philadelphia. A big one for the Eagles, as they'll have to contend with the San Francisco 49ers. Plenty to like about the late afternoon games as well. As you see by the highlight, these guys are in for a battle, taking on the Dallas Cowboys. Then on Sunday night, 2 of the best in the AFC linking up in Week 2. Chiefs and Ravens from Baltimore at 8:20 Eastern. In our game, 200 yards already, and his guys have the lead as well. As we get you back to Brandon Gaudin.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27. Now whistles, and we've got a man down. A man down here following the kickoff. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you have to think, Charles, down 3 scores already. They need to play an almost perfect second half to have a solid chance.
And that absolutely starts with finding some way to put together a touchdown drive here. They need to be smart, fast, efficient, get the ball to the end zone, and do it again multiple times in order to have a chance to win this game.
And down he goes. goes. Fitzpatrick sacked.
Azeez Ojulari brings him down, and that's a play he's going to remember. The first sack of his NFL career.
One thing that I liked about this guy during the draft process was his motor. Of course, I loved his skills, but he plays hard on every down.
And that motor gets his first NFL sack. Third and long, Fitzpatrick following the sack. What can he and the gang come up with? Fitzpatrick.
And he'll complete this to Gibson.
Oh, he faked it with a juke. Now he's got some room. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Able to convert on 3rd and 14. A terrific play call.
That was a beautifully executed screen pass. Let the rushers get upfield. The blocking forms in front. Lofted it to the runner. And now, not only does he have open space in front of him, he's got an escort as well, and they pick up big yardage.
First down, Fitzpatrick. Got a man open. It's Ricky Seals-Jones. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Another big hitter there. This one good for 18. I don't know what they talked about at halftime. Whatever it was, it worked. They look like a different team here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I doubt that there are very many trash cans that got kicked over that type of a speech. I think what they did was they analyzed what worked in the first half, what didn't, and figured out a better game plan.
Still in search of their first touchdown of the game, but they're on the move. 1st and 10.
Fitzpatrick giving to Gibson on the draw.
7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave them with a 2nd and 3. From the gun, Fitzpatrick. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Sims. And he'll be out of bounds as he gets this down about the 21 or 22. 2 catches in the first half. Now he's got a 3rd here, and it's good for a 1st. Fitzpatrick to throw it.
That's out to the flat for Gibson.
And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Washington passing game dialed in now. It's a 1st down. Fitzpatrick now. And he will find his man on the outside. Touchdown! Ricky Seals-Jones. His first touchdown here of the new campaign.
And Washington able to close the gap just a bit.
That's the score you felt they had to have here in the third quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there's an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard, you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
Dustin Hopkins on now to add the extra point. It's up. It's true as they get back in it a bit here. It's now 23 to 10. So that drive in total 8 plays.
And it was polished off by a Washington touchdown. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now here comes Daniel Jones and the Giants again.
And I guess the question, Charles, is what's the formula for keeping him better protected? Because as we see, the protection, it struggled.
And normally what you get is renewed determination. When the big guy gets hit, that usually sparks people. Hey, we can't let this happen anymore. They take it personally. He's not supposed to be on the ground. But that hasn't been the case so far in this game. So maybe they've got to figure out
how they can keep him off the ground now going forward.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here, and if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs, run some plays, run some clock, allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
And tackled down after a gain of 3, leaves them with 1 yard to go on 3rd down.
You know that old expression, it's not my night? It hasn't been his so far. I don't know if the legs are a little bit heavy. Sometimes having to hang out all day and play doesn't exactly play to your advantage, but it's been a tough go for him.
And every time he looks up, somebody's there defensively. That was the same case on that play.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it work.
On first down, Barkley. And he'll push this forward only to about the 42-yard line. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Yeah, things were pretty stacked up there in the middle of the line. A lot of bodies, not much space. I think ultimately he was fortunate to get anything out of that run.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. Handoff, this is Clement. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. It's a giant first down on a gain of 16.
Partner, if you want more carries, I think we saw how you get them. Showed that he's got the fresh legs, and he picked up the first down on that run. Don't just ask for them. Show them that you're supposed to get the football.
So they go from one 42-yard line to the other as they come up now 1st and 10. Now Jones. Little pitch and catch here to Rudolph. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Throwing Jones. And his throw is incomplete. Kenny Galladay, the intended receiver. And it'll bring up 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones gets this out to Saquon Barkley. Loses 4, and it brings up 4th.
Excuse my snarkiness here, but isn't the idea of completing a pass supposed to mean you get downfield and gain yards?
Especially on 3rd down.
Yeah, that one. How about the defense? Figured that one out in a big way. Yeah, they completed it all right and lost yardage.
Here's Thomas Morstead now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And now where will the side judge stop his walk? That's the question. He says it crossed out of bounds at about the 17-yard line. A look at Washington as they come onto the field. Last time they were out here, they had the benefit of good field position, led to a touchdown. This time, they're going to have to work for it.
They are, but with that last drive that culminated in a touchdown, I think they carry that confidence into this one. It doesn't matter where you start with the football now. They have to feel great about their opportunity.
And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8. 2nd and 2. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple. They'll go again with Gibson. Fights him off. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here.
Antonio Gibson is an absolute dart with the ball in his hands, and he can make you miss, and he can run over you. Took a little while to crack the starting lineup as a rookie, but boy, was he sensational when he did. Went for 115 yards and 3 scores in a Thanksgiving Day clobbering of the Dallas Cowboys. At Washington, they feel like they had a real find when they took him in the 3rd round last year, number 66 overall, and he justified their decision.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down. Now Fitzpatrick. They'll find his tight end, Seals Jones. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Nice rhythm throw there on 1st down. He located his tight end, made a nice easy pitch and catch.
Hoping he can break a tackle or two. Wasn't able to do that there, but still good yardage. Off the play fake to Gibson. Fitzpatrick. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down. To throw, Fitzpatrick. This is brought in by Gibson. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. It's a gain of 4 there, and it gives him a new set of downs.
Well, they certainly had success throughout this contest, getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
A pair of first downs gives them a 1st and 10 up at the 44. A run here for J.D. McKissick. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd and a foot or so. Play fake. It's Fitzpatrick. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. He's trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, and it's 3rd down. A handoff for Gibson. And he's got the first down yardage before he's brought down at the 42. Just 4 yards on the pickup, but that's good enough to extend the drive.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. 3 tight ends in the ball game here on 1st and 10. Here's Fitzpatrick. That one is slant to McLaurin. And he's going to get this inside the 30. They give him 16 yards there, and it's a Washington 1st down.
Very good as a rookie. Terry McLaurin was even better in 2020. 87 catches for over 1,100 yards. He is definitely wide receiver 1 for the Washington football team.
On 1st and 10, Fitzpatrick. And he almost had his 2nd pick of the game. Probably should have. Yeah, he's frustrated as it falls incomplete. Back to the ground with Gibson. And he's going to get this pretty close to the first down marker at the Giants' 18-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now to this point. Fitzpatrick on 3rd and 2. The throw taken in by Sims. And he will have the first down before he's tackled at the 12. That good for 6 as they keep this drive right on rolling. Got to say, I was a little surprised to see him, Charles, come out in a shotgun on 3rd and less than a yard.
Yeah, but the way the NFL is nowadays, we hardly ever see anyone yardage, so they're going to throw the football more times than not. That was a nice, easy rhythm throw right there, and they pick up the first down.
Fitzpatrick on 1st down. And who's got it? The Giants! Defense, they were swarming that time and ultimately got to him before he could get rid of the football and knocked it free.
And don't you feel just a little bit of sympathy for him back there, though? So much going on, so much swirling around. He's trying to find someone downfield. He's trying to move around to find an open target. Sometimes you forget the number one thing, take care of the football.
The Giants offense at the line, ready to begin their next drive. The 3rd quarter has not been kind to them. After they built that lead at intermission, they've seen that lead shrink.
And how much of that is simply execution? How much of that is maybe you lose your edge a little bit because you've got a lead? And you do have to credit the other team some because they've made some adjustments to start to slow them down. Can they find those counters now, those extra plays or plays they haven't run that'll be effective and get them back moving again?
They'll be looking for something here, anything to seize that momentum back. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. On the run, it's Barkley. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
On 2nd down, Barkley. And able to push forward for right around 3 yards down to the 42. Could be 4-down territory even if they don't get this, but they need just a few inches here on 3rd. Looking to throw. Jones. And he'll find Galladay. That's complete.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the third quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Off play action. Jones hit and the ball's out.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
One quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching. Gano's kick is good. And that will extend their lead even further. So all things considered, that's not the final nail, but it does make things exceedingly difficult now on the other side.
Yeah, because obviously now with a 16-point game, the other guys don't need just 2 touchdowns. They need a couple of 2-point conversions as well. Plus, they'll need either a turnover or an onside kick in there somewhere. So you're just adding to the list of things that need to happen in sequence. And it's going to be a pretty tall order this late in the game.
A first down throw for Fitzpatrick. That one caught by Gibson. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. To throw is Fitzpatrick. And that'll be incomplete. Took a pretty good shot as he tried to pull that one in. Couldn't hang on. 3rd down. Washington on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This is 3rd and 9. Working out of the gun, Fitzpatrick.
This one incomplete. Probably should have been picked. A little nonchalant with a throw to the safety valve, and it's 4th down.
How about some applause for the defense there? They forced him to throw that one into coverage, and just like that, they're staring at a 4th down. Well done.
Here's Tressway now as he's on to punt for Washington. It's a 44-yard punt, just 3 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs.
New York ready to go again offensively.
Now, there are 2 scores on the plus side. Still time here in this 4th quarter, but maybe you start thinking about playing keep away?
Yeah, I think here's the situation. You're not thinking touchdowns anymore. You're just thinking first downs. To keep up with your theme there, playing keep away, first downs, they can't touch the ball.
And he'll have a gain of 3 to the 33. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break.
Second and 7.
Now a toss right to Barkley. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. No gain on the play, and it's going to bring up a 3rd down. Back to throw. Jones. They'll get this out to Barkley, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out.
And that pickup of a first down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here. Down late, tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
In Washington territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. This ball complete. Jones to Ingram. And he's got this down a yard or two shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days. But you can flex him out. You can run wide receiver routes with him. You can make him a primary target, and that's how he'll shred a defense.
Another good completion on the drive as the Giants have a 1st down.
Partner, I like that they're staying aggressive on offense because, to me, this drive is what is known as a put-away drive. You score here, that might put this one to bed. I like the fact that they're playing with confidence and not playing with fear.
They'll run on 1st down. Barkley. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2.
Well, partner, Marvin, our #1 stats guy, just handed me a little card that says he has 97 yards on the ground today. You think he's going to get the ball again?
I think so. 3 away from that century mark. Got to have it.
Yeah, and I think with the...
And the ball is knocked out. And it's Washington that scoops it up. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Partner, that one looked like it was over. I mean, they had control, had the football, and the defense had to make a play in order to keep them in the game. That's exactly what they did.
And now that door ajar, 2-score game, so hold on here, not done in the 4th. Here's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. Fitzpatrick now after the fumble recovery. Thomas has got it, complete. 7 yards, the pickup there. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
Meanwhile, the throw here is complete. And he's got it past the 30 before he's hit and dropped. They call his number again. It's his 6th catch and a 1st down. Here's Fitzpatrick. He gets it to Sims, complete. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Well, he gets attended to. We'll step aside. Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down. Throwing Fitzpatrick. He's going to drop this one down to Gibson. And he'll go down right around the 47 this time. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a 1st down. From the shotgun, it's Fitzpatrick. And that'll be knocked away. It's incomplete. Credit Julian Love with a pass breakup. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Fitzpatrick. Throw to the right here, taken in by McLaurin. 4 yards the gain, and it'll bring up a 3rd down. Now Fitzpatrick. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Thomas. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 38-yard line. Fitzpatrick to his tight end Thomas for the Washington 1st.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores. And they've really got to get some yards in chunks. And they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. Fitzpatrick again. going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down. They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. Back to throw again. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 27-yard line. Fitzpatrick to McLaurin there. First down, Washington.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
Now Fitzpatrick hit. It's out. He lost the football. And who's got it? The Giants.
That feels like an accumulation of the pressure we've seen all game. I mean, he's been on the turf a whole lot because of sacks. Eventually, something else happens as well, and this time it was a turnover.
Yeah, caught up to him. The offense takes the field, and we turn our attention to Saquon Barkley. He is knocking on the door for 100 yards in this ball game.
And it's so important. It doesn't seem like it's that big of a deal, just short of it, a little bit over. A little bit over feels better to everyone. Offensive line, running back, team totals, just something magical about breaking that barrier.
And he's right there on the doorstep now.
And this nearly an interception, but it's incomplete. Well, a turnover really would have helped him there, but not to be.
On 2nd and 10, Jones. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Give him 18 there, and the Giants have a first down.
Well, that should be a reminder defensively, and I think it's a reminder to myself because you just can't sell out to stop the run. There's still enough time that this offense can move the football through the air, even on 1st and 2nd downs, and they obviously picked the right spot to throw the ball there.
Jones fakes the give to Barkley. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. He'll complete this to Ingram as tight end. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely. You want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to possess the football, gain some yardage, and put the onus on the defense. Do they have to use timeouts? What are they going to do to stop you? You're taking charge.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Off the play fake, Jones finds his tight end Ingram. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. Running left, it's Barkley. And only a yard this time as he's taken down right around the 26. Here's the 7th play of this drive. This is 3rd and 4. Looking to throw. Jones. And that's going to be incomplete. The coverage too good there. The contact popped the ball free, and it's 4th down. And Gano's kick is right through. And that will make this now a 19-point advantage.
So that almost certainly the final piece to this puzzle, a 3-score lead. I don't think there's any coming back from there.
Well, you know, normally I'd get on you for giving up on the game right here, but I do think you're right in this case. This late in the game, 2 scores is tough enough. 3, I'm with you. That seems out of the question.
Well, here we go on the next drive for Washington. And the complexion of this one has really changed a fair amount. That last field goal makes it a 3-score game, so they need points in a hurry with time dwindling in the 4th quarter. Fitzpatrick now to throw on first down. He completes this one to Terry McLaurin. And they work this well upfield across the 45. 23 yards, the final tally.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Here's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. 15 more yards there.
Not only have they completed a couple on this drive, but they've peeled off some pretty good chunks of yardage, too.
Absolutely great start. 2 nice plays in the pass game. Now can they continue to feed off that? So the drive takes them into Giants territory now. 1st and 10 at the 37-yard line. Fitzpatrick. Catch is made. It's Harmon. 5 yards on the catch there. Brings up 2nd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Washington on 3rd down. They've converted 6 times and could use a 7th here. This will be 3rd and 5. Over the middle, complete. It's Sims. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Giants' 20-yard line. That one goes for 13 yards, and it moves the sticks. And passing yardage-wise, now up over 350 in this game. Pretty nice performance.
Definitely that, which usually means you're putting a lot of pressure on guys trying to cover. If you're a defensive back and they put over 350 yards on you, you've had a long day. The key to everything, if you're doing it without throwing interceptions or turning the ball over.
On 1st and 10, it's Gibson. And he'll wind up losing yardage here back at the 21-yard line. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 2 minutes left to play in this football game here on EA Sports. So it's Washington with the football here as we welcome you back. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score. Now he's going to swing this one out to his running back. Open space inside the 10. And did he get in? No. Down at the 1-yard line. A good pick up there of 20 yards. And that one going to come up short. Low throw. Another shot from the 1 on 2nd and goal. Fitzpatrick to throw it. And that one's going to be off target and incomplete. This is 3rd and goal. And this Giants defense, they have withstood the test thus far. To the air again, Fitzpatrick. And that is caught. Touchdown, Washington. Antonio Gibson there to make the grab. And Washington able to cut into that deficit.
I'm not sure win-win is the proper term here, but it certainly felt like it. They got the touchdown they needed. But if I'm on the defensive side of the ball, okay, you got the touchdown, but it sure took you a long time.
Yeah, because offensively, though, you're probably hoping for a 1 to 5 play drive. That one ate up a little more time than they were hoping.
You're exactly right, and if you have that 1 to 5 play drive, you actually build up momentum and even more hope. When they had to slog their way downfield, they got the touchdown, but it's almost like, yeah, you know, it
doesn't feel right.
Exactly.
So 2 scores down. Time definitely not an ally, but here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be covered up by the Giants. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none.
Another drive coming up for New York's offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. On first down, Barkley. And this winds up a pickup of 2, maybe 2.5 to about the 39. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. They'll run it again with Barkley. Now Washington going to use the second of their 3 timeouts, as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important third down. Back to throw. Jones. And Ingram hauls it in. Now Washington going to go ahead and use their final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they take a knee. Down to a knee goes Jones, and that should just about seal it. Good bounce back win. They take the knee. Can't stop the clock defensively. Tough opening week loss, but now 1-1.
Shows that they handled things really well. A lot of teams panic after a week 1 loss, and they start to think that the sky's falling. This team realized there's a long season, and they feel very talented, and they get it done in this one.
So a victory here for the men in blue, the New York Giants, and they were really helped by their defense, forcing 3 turnovers.
I think what we saw in this one, today's defense. And what I mean by that is in the old days, pitching shutouts was big time. That was paramount. But the big thing was holding people down, holding down their yardage, right? Don't let them throw the ball through the air and gain a lot of... But now, it's about taking the ball away. Taking away possessions, getting the ball back for their offense. They had 3 takeaways in this one, and it led them to victory.
So for the Giants, it was a great all-around performance as they come out of this one with the victory. And they'll get the weekend off now as they get a little extra time to prepare to face the Atlanta Falcons. Meanwhile, for Washington, they'll drop to 0-2, and they'll try to get back on track next week as they head up to Orchard Park to take on the Buffalo Bills.